Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
Now, presidential hopeful Dr. Reuben Kigame is crying foul after receiving a tax demand of nearly 20 million shillings from the Kenya Revenue Authority just days after filing a case against top security chiefs over killings during anti-government protest. Kigame says the KRA's move is politically motivated and accuses the state of weaponizing the agency to silence dissent. Kigame is not the only one to face the wrath of the taxman. Several others have fallen victims of the agency, which has penalized them by taking them to court over tax evasion allegations. Jabet Birir with that report.
The gospel musician and 2027 presidential hopeful says the tax bill is exaggerated, false, and part of a pattern of harassment. Kigame says he has been receiving emails from KRA claiming that he has not been appropriately filing his taxes. The harassment, he says, stretches back to 2022 when the political elite blocked his name from the presidential ballot.
The government uses my music. You find it in, public parades when you have public holidays. The army band, the police band will use all that music, but the royalties don't come. Now, here is a government that steals from me and then charges me falsely for owing millions. They owe millions to me.
Earlier this week, Kigame filed a private prosecution suit against the Inspector General of Police, the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, and the Director General of the National Intelligence Service. He accuses them of bearing responsibility for killings during the anti-government protests of 2024 and 2025.
Mainly because I believe I've been vocal since the abductions, the Gen Z uprising, and I say that because a lot of the people that have been vehement critics of the government have faced similar challenges as I have with KRA.
Over the last 2 years, KRA has been turned into a political weapon, targeting not just politicians, but also the media. The Standard Media Group was earlier this year ordered to pay about 2 billion shillings in tax arrears upfront, despite a prior agreement to settle the debt over time. The media house, which disputes the amount, says some payments are missing from KRA's system and its application for tax amnesty was frustrated.
That Article 236 of the Constitution protects those who abide by the law. And extrajudicial killing is not itself exempted, like in the case of Boniface Kariuki, like in the case of Rex Masai.
Pray that when you retire or when there is a change of guard and accountability is called, there is a call for accountability, that you don't end up losing everything you have acquired, both money and your freedom and property, to settling these claims.
Several other individuals and companies have also faced it rough, with the taxman on their necks. Nakuru Senator and owner of Keroche Breweries, Tabitha Karanja, has previously been caught up in a liquidation suit and grappling with a protracted tax dispute with the Kenya Revenue Authority. The dispute began in October 2006 when Keroche challenged KRA's decision to reclassify its fortified wine products under harmonized system code tariff heading 22.04 rather than 22.06 for sales and trading activities from 2002 to 2006. Lawyer and activist Kebaso Morara claimed last week that the taxman is now being used to clamp on his dissent against President William Ruto's administration. Morara has in the past tried to expose corruption within the government, going around the country and documenting stalled projects, despite billions of shillings being sunk in the projects. He now claims that KRA is coming after him, freezing his accounts, deactivating his personal identification number, and revoking his tax compliance certificate.
What happened is what we call weaponization of state agencies. Kigame has been in Kenya for many years, and he's a Kenyan. And every year, he's supposed to file taxes. The question would be, what changed when he filed the suit, million. That is weaponization of state agencies. And we are seeing it a lot.
It means we have a government that has lost its way. That kwamba Dr. Reuben Kigame anaona zaidi kuliko serikali yenyewe. Hata kama yeye ni kipofu, anaona zaidi kuliko hii serikali. Serikali imeshindwa kuona sheria, imeshindwa kusikiza. It's tone deaf. A whole generation ambayo ilikuja ikawaeleza tutawapea makazi, hatutawahi kuwa na extrajudicial killing, but ndio wanasema shoot to kill.
According to Reuben Kigame, he has always complied with tax laws and as a registered person with disability qualifies for tax exemption, yet still pays voluntarily. So far, the government has not responded to his claims, but the controversy is fueling debate over the politicization and weaponization of state institutions and the shrinking space for dissent in Kenya's democracy. Chebet Birir, KTN, Nairobi.
Now, the critics of